Well, greetings, folks. Bill O'Leary. And in this video, I'm going to answer the question, what are the benefits of using an LLC for estate planning? So in this video, you're going to learn three things. One, what is an LLC? Number one. Number two, what are some of the benefits that an LLC will give you? And three, how can you integrate it into your estate plan? Again, Bill O'Leary. I'm an estate planning attorney and a probate and trust attorney, elder law attorney with Legacy Planning Law Group in Jacksonville, Florida. So let's jump right in. So in LLC, it stands for Limited Liability Company, and it's very similar to a corporation. So you can set it up quite easily just going to the Florida Secretary of State website. We call that sunbiz.org. Fill in some important information, and then once you pay the nominal fee, then it's live and ready to go. Now, it's used primarily to protect assets. Protect from whom? Well, what we like to call creditors and predators, people that are looking to get your assets, like someone who might slip and fall on your property, or maybe somebody that you hurt in a car accident. Here they now come after your assets. So your assets can be shielded from these creditors and predators by engaging in what we call asset protection planning. And there are many different techniques to protect your assets. Some are more effective, frankly, than others. And by the way, Florida is a great state to do this kind of thing in, because we have many different very good and legitimate asset protection tools under the law. But in this video, I want to focus on one asset protection tool in particular, the LLC. An LLC is especially good in protecting assets. Let's say if you have rental property. So imagine you own a rental house and the tenant has a party, and someone at the party slips and falls, or maybe the party gets out of hand and somebody gets hurt. Here comes the lawsuit. If you own the rental property in your own name, your other assets can be at risk of being taken in a lawsuit, say. Using an LLC to own the rental property is a great way to protect your other assets, because then when someone, let's say, gets hurt on the property, they can't sue you because you don't own the property anymore. The LLC does. So they can only sue the owner, the LLC. And if they win, their only recourse is to get the assets that are held by the LLC, the owner. So yeah, they can get that rental property, but they can't take your other assets. This is what we call inside liability protection. An LLC protects you from liabilities that arise out of the inside of the LLC. Think of it as a box, and the property is held inside of the box. And so, in other words, again, it's liability that arises out of the inside of the box, out of the operation of the LLC asset, the rental property. Inside liability protection. Now, there's another type of liability protection that an LLC can give you, and this type is called outside liability protection. What is that? Imagine you get into a car accident and it's your fault. Here comes the lawsuit. Can that injured driver get at your assets? And specifically, can they get the LLC that you own that holds that rental property? And the answer is yes. Yes, if that LLC is only owned by one person, just you. That type of LLC is what we call a single member LLC. It's owned by just one owner or a member. A single member LLC does not give you outside liability protection. Again, liability that arises out of the outside of the LLC. Well, car accident liability is outside of the LLC. It has nothing to do with the operation of the rental property, which is inside the LLC. So the question is there a way to get not only inside liability protection, which an LLC certainly does give you, but also that outside liability protection? And the answer is yes. And that is by making sure that the LLC is not owned by one person, but is owned by multiple owners, at least two or more, what we call a multi-member LLC. So now, let's say that you do go ahead and set up an LLC for asset protection purposes, and you decide to sort of go the full boat and get both the inside and outside liability protection. Then is it possible to sort of incorporate that into your estate plan? And the answer is yes, quite easily. This is going to require putting in place the all-important operating agreement for an LLC that includes a very important legal provision called a transfer on death section, which says that the stock in the LLC, what we call the membership interest, will pass directly at your death to a named beneficiary. Now, it's critical that you have a lawyer prepare this operating agreement to make sure it's done right. I can assure you that any operating agreement you might find online is not going to have this very important, very specific transfer on death legal provision. And what if you've seen the wisdom of establishing a revocable trust for your estate planning to make sure that your assets pass to your heirs smoothly and easily outside of the probate court? Can you integrate the LLC into the trust so that the LLC also passes smoothly outside of probate? And the answer is yes, you can. You can do it either by including that important transfer on death provision in the operating agreement that has it passes directly to the trust, or you can take your membership interest in the LLC and simply transfer or assign it to the trust. Different ways to get to the same place. Now, if you'd like to know a little bit more about the benefits and what they are of an LLC as it relates to your estate planning and how we can help, we would love to talk to you. So we would invite you to go ahead and book a free call with us on our website. Just go to the book your free consultation sort of little ribbon, click on that. It takes you straight to our booking calendar. Pick the day and time that works for you. And basically it's a free way to start the conversation. If you have enjoyed this video, we'd also ask that you like it, better yet, share it. Just trying to spread the word, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel, Legacy Planning Law Group. We keep putting more content up all the time. So hope you've enjoyed this video, and this is going to be Bill O'Leary now signing off on behalf of everybody here at my firm, Team Legacy. Go make it a great day and a better world.